you discuss the Fermi energy. Okay, where is the Fermi energy of intrinsics and extrinsic semiconductor? And again, you discuss how that Fermi energy changes with respect to the temperature of p-type and n-type semiconductors. Okay, especially in the semiconductors, there are two type of charge carriers are there. I think you know, electrons and holes. Yes. Say yes or no. There are two type of charge carriers. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, today you discuss how you go to increase or generation. How you go to generate the charge carriers and how that recombination takes place. So the carrier generation and the carrier recombination both. So that is today's title of the talk. Okay, the carrier generation and the carrier recombination, the two process. Okay, so generation means you go to generate electron and holes. Basically, you go to generate electrons and holes. So how you go to generate electrons and holes? That's the first step. Second is recombination. So how you go to recombine that electrons and holes? So that's a reverse process. Okay, you see how you go to generate. For example, in the normal room temperature, I think almost all of you know the pure intrinsic semiconductor and the number of electrons and number of holes is almost equal. Okay. After doping, you get n-type and p-type semiconductor. For example, sometimes without doping, how you go to increase the carrier generation? Okay, that is very simple. So definitely you need some external energy. Okay, because the electrons in the valence band is not directly goes to conduction band because that energy is not sufficient. That already we discussed. So it will take order of 10 power 10 volt per meter. That is not reliable. Okay, that is the reason you say that by using some thermal agitation also you go to generate. What are the other methods? Okay, simply if you go to supply some amount of energy, for example, the electrons in the valence band against the energy and moves from valence band to conduction band. So that time mobile charge is created. That is, electrons is available in the conduction band. At the same time, the holes are available in the valence band. So that is, two mobile charge carriers are coming. Are you understand this? Say yes or no. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What about recombination?
Yes.
Same. The conduction band electrons loses energy and reoccupies the energy state of electron holes in the valence band. So simply the electrons in the conduction band, that is in the higher energy level. Okay, so definitely the lifetimes of electrons in that conduction band is too small. So simply they go to comes to where? Valence band. So that time that electron hole pair and the recombination takes place. So due to this, some amount of energy is released. That amount of energy released that depends upon your band gap difference. That is energy gap difference between the valence band and conduction band. Okay, so this process, the generation and the recombination process, especially in the semiconductor, there are two type of charge carriers are there, electrons and holes. So why you go to increase? Because now that the student asking a question, sir, instead of using direct band gap, why you are using indirect band gap? Okay, that is a good question. So like that, why you go to increase the charge carriers? Very, very important is for device operation. I think most of the days nowadays, that electronic, all the electronic devices is made up of that semiconducting materials. Is it correct? Yes. Say yes or no more. Say almost all of the electronic devices today. So what is the basic principle they are using? Most probably they are using materials, semiconducting materials. So by using this excess charge carriers can dominate the conduction process in the semiconducting materials. Please understand. So why you go to increase means this carrier generation and recombination is essential for device operation. See, for example, one device is made up of semiconducting material means for that device operation, this carrier generation and recombination is essential. So by how you go to create? That so many methods are available. So today you go to see the four major methods. The four major methods of the generation and the recombination process. Okay, whether the slide is visible for you, please confirm.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and the first method is the easiest method. One of the easiest method and most efficient method is photon transition. So what is meant by photon? Photon means light.
Small packets.
Light. That is nothing but light. You say that is optical, light energy, photons, light energy. So that is optical generation recombination. Sometimes you say photon or optical, both are same. Second one is phonon. I think you remember in the first module,
Yes, sir. Sound.
you discussed the concept of phonons. Okay. So your second method is phonon transition or the Shockley Red Hall generation recombination process. And third is that Auger generation and recombination, or you say the three particle transition. And the last fourth one is impact ionization. That impact ionization is purely generation process. Okay, mostly that augering and impact is almost similar, but augering both recombination and generation is there, but impact ionization only for generation process. In all the process, during the thermal equilibrium, both the generation as well as the recombination are in the dynamic equilibrium. Okay, for example, if the energy is supplied for additional energy, okay, so definitely that absorption of photons or that influence of temperature, that's what I'm telling the phonon mechanical vibrations or any other process, the additional carriers are generated. Okay, the most important generation recombination process, here we go to discuss one by one. So these four methods we'll go to discuss one by one. Okay, first we move on to the photon transition. Okay, the diagram is visible. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
This is very simple method. See, there are generation and the recombination. I think I no need to explain this diagram. You see the photon of energy h nu is there. So in the generation process, the electrons in the valence band gains the energy from the photons. So for example, you go to take your LDR experiment. I think almost all of you submitted your LDR experiment assignment. So the LDR experiment is a light photoconductivity or photoconductive material. So when the light energy go to strike, for example, if there is no light, the resistance is maximum. So when the material is exposed to light energy, the resistance goes on decreasing. Is it correct? So yes or no? The LDR experiment. Yes. Okay. So during that, yes. So during the LDR experiment, when the intensity is maximum, so what about your conductivity? Resistance is minimum, the conductivity is increased. So that means when the photoconductive material, for example, especially the photo LDR, the light dependent resistor, when the light is switched on, so it resistance decreases. So when the resistance is maximum, least intensity. So that is the reason you say that is a dark resistance. If there's no light, the resistance is maximum. When the light intensity falls on the material, the resistance goes on decreasing. So that is LDR, light dependent. So that is one type of photo means you say photons, light energy. So such if a material, for example, I go to take such material. So when the light energy is switched on, so what about your light energy is nothing but photons of energy h nu. That electrons in the valence band gains the energy from these photons, goes to where? Conduction band. Due to this, the holes are generated in the valence band, the electrons are available in the conduction band. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is carrier generation. So this is carrier generation. See, for example, that sufficiently energetic photon transfers its energy to valence band electron, which excited to the conduction band, leaving a hole behind. So the photon energy for this process has to be at least the magnitude of energy gap between these two. So this is generation. So what about recombination? What about recombination? You see the diagram. So already some electrons, available electrons in the conduction band, where comes to valence band, combined with the holes. So that time the energy difference gives again the energy of photon h nu. Energy of photon h nu. So that is a recombination process. So simply the available electrons in the conduction band, see, electron from the conduction band falls back to valence band and release its energy in the form of photon. I think now you understand the concept thoroughly. Is it correct? So yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, tell
So
me.
I have a question.
Yes.
In lecture 14, so when it was written that the electron gains thermal energy in the valence band and it goes up to the conduction band,
Yes.
that is called the donor impurity. But sir, it is written that it goes to the conduction band without creating holes in valence band. How is it possible, sir?
No. See, their process is different more where the doping, see, the free electrons coming from where? In the valence band or dopant material?
From the dopant material.
Yes, that's all. Then why holes are created? See, that electrons coming from, free electrons coming from dopant material, phosphorus. Pentavalent impurity. For example, I go to take pentavalent impurity. Okay, whether it is phosphorus or antimony or whatever. So that the free electrons coming from that dopant material, not electrons coming from your valence band. And you understand or not?
Oh yes, sir.
P-type material holes are generated. Why? Because your dopant material accept the electrons. So your accept where that electrons coming from where? Coming from valence band only. So
Valence band.
that's why large number of holes are generated. But in the N-type semiconductor, the dopant material donate one electron. That is the reason you say that is donor.
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
Yes. See, that thermal agitation due to thermal energy, only few electrons, not all the electrons. Only few electrons coming from valence band to conduction band. Maybe that time holes are generated, but that is not too much. That is too small. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Any doubts here?
No, sir.
Okay, then come to second method. Phonon transition. So this is, I think, the first module. I think you studied mechanical vibrations. So for especially the crystal lattice, due to that irregular mechanical vibrations, you see the phonons are generated like that. So one more important is, listen, that this photon transition is band to band. So directly conduction band to valence band and valence band to conduction band. But your second method is the phonon transition is indirect band. So that is in between valence band to conduction band. So one more energy level is there. That is a trapping energy level. See here, in between the ET, the trapping energy level is available there. So the transition between these where in between the trapping levels also. Okay, there is no directly the electrons coming from valence band to conduction band or conduction band to valence band. So simply that is in between conduction band to trapping to valence, or valence to trapping to conduction band, like that. So that is intermediate level is there. So that level you see, that is ET, trapping level. Okay, so this is indirect transition or carrier generation and the recombination process. Okay, see here, the diagram is visible. Say yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, first I go to explain one by one. That electron capture, what about the hole capture? Okay, emission. So both emission means generation process, capture means recombination process. Okay, say some of the available electrons in the conduction band, the comes to trapping. So for example, here the empty trapping is there. The trap captured the electron captured the electrons. Okay, due to this, that excess energy or the energy difference between that EC and the ET is transferred as a phonon of energy h nu in crystal lattice, especially where in the crystal lattice. So the electrons, the trapped, for example, the trapping level, the trapped empty trap captured the electrons from where? Conduction band. So due to this, that energy difference is transferred as a phonon of energy h nu. Then, and similarly the holes where in the valence band, so these electrons are captured by where the holes, and that energy difference gives again that excess energy. So that energy is transferred in the form of phonons. So this you say the electron capture and the hole capture. So that is a recombination process. See, electron is not directly coming from conduction band to valence band. See, the first they move the trap captured the electrons. So after that, that hole captured the electrons from the trapping level. Okay. So this is the recombination process of phonon transition. And we go to see here. First, the electron capture. The electron from the conduction band is captured by empty trap. Okay, especially where the band gap of semiconductor, this excess energy is transferred as a phonons of energy Hν. And again, this trapped electrons comes to where the valence band. Maybe the holes is captured by this electron. So due to this, a phonon of energy Hν, that energy difference E2 minus EV is generated. Are you understand this concept or not? Are you understand this? Any doubts? See, very simple here. Instead of directly electrons coming from valence conduction band to valence band, and the first empty trap captured the electrons. So that energy difference is transferred as a phonon of energy Hν. Then holes in the valence band captured this empty that trapping electrons. So due to this also the energy is transferred. So this is one process. Then what about electron and hole emission? For example, in the valence band, the electrons is there. No. So these electrons now gains the energy from this trapping. Okay, that phonons of energy available. So the electron gains the energy from this and goes to where? Trap. So that energy difference EV minus ET is there. So what much amount of energy is supplied here? That EV minus ET energy. Due to this, the electrons moving from where? Valence band to that trapping level. And again, by using that excess energy, already the phonons of energy Hν already is there, where that EC minus ET in the recombination process. So by using these energies, the electrons in the trapping level goes to where? Conduction band, or move on to conduction band. That energy difference ET minus EC is available as a photon of energy Hν, phonon of energy Hν. So that is electron emission process. Okay. So these two processes explained here. You see here. See the whole emission, the electron from valence band. See the electrons from valence band where it's coming to is trapped, leaving a holes in the valence band. So now the hole is emitted from empty trap. Okay, what are the energy difference? That is ET minus EV. Again, the trapped electron. So now the electrons is available where? In the trapping level. So the trapped electron moves to where? Conduction band. From the trap energy level to conduction band. So again, some additional energy. That energy is coming from where? That EC minus ET has been supplied. So that is by using the recombination process, already phonons of energy is there. So by using such excess energy, they goes to where? Moving from the trapping level to conduction band. Are you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. No more. That is the whole emission. The electron, first hole is generated. How? That electron from the valence band goes to trapping level. So that time hole emission, holes are generated. So now the electrons in the trapping level goes to where? Conduction band. So electron is available now, electron emission. So captured emission, two process. Capturing means recombination. So emission means generation process. So this process will continue. That's all. See from the diagram. So from the diagram, so very easy to understand these things. So from the diagram, and the generation is also by using that energy, the holes goes to trapping level, that electron goes to trapping level. Here holes are generated. Again that electron goes to where? Conduction band. So now the conduction band, the electrons are available. So now the charges are generated. Holes and electrons are generated. Anything else more? Any doubts here? Anything else? Are you understand this or not? Yes. What about silent here? Any doubts or clarification?
No doubt.
No doubt. Okay. Come to next third one. Third is that augering method. So third is once again that direct band to band transition. See that auger generation, recombination. So this is again band to band. Again band to band generation. See here the direct, but the major difference is that by using highly energetic particles, highly energetic electrons or holes. So by using the highly energetic electrons and holes, that Auger generation and recombination process takes place. Okay. Before move on to the explanation diagram, you see here, this is also the direct band-to-band mechanism, and during this mechanism, see the highly energetic particles, where the energy consumed from highly energetic particles, whether it is electrons or holes. Okay, highly energetic electrons in the conduction band or the highly energetic holes in the valence band. Okay, by using this highly energetic particle only, you go to take this electron hole recombination process and the electron hole generation process. Okay, now with the help of the diagram, I go to explain first. Okay, just wait. In the first recombination process. So what do you go to understand from the first diagram, recombination? The electrons coming from conduction band to valence band. Is it correct? Yes. See, the arrow mark is down here, arrow mark is down. The electrons coming from conduction band to valence band. Okay, due to this, some amount of energy is transferred. So that energy is moving towards where? From the diagram, you tell me the energy is moving towards where? Yes.
Sir, when electron comes towards conduction band, the energy transfers towards valence band.
You see the diagram and tell me. From the above
Sir,
diagram.
about which diagram you are talking, sir?
Yes, first one. See, from my left hand side,
Okay.
my left hand side, the electrons coming from conduction band to valence band. Okay, recombination takes place, and the amount of energy is raised. That energy is moving towards again the
Valence
energy
band.
transfer to conduction band. See left hand side of the left hand side. You see the left hand side. The first one here. That energy is above. That is moving towards conduction band. Is it correct or not?
Sir,
Yes, sir, it's moving towards conduction band, but
See,
then
wait. This one, this arrow mark. What about this arrow mark? This arrow mark is moving towards where? Conduction band. or not? Conduction. Okay. So very simple.
Sure, but
Wait. I will
Sir-
tell you. Yes.
sir, but electron is their arrow is going up, sir. Means electron is released from conduction band, sir.
Hey, don't this take electron. Yeah, this I go to take this one. For example, one electron is coming from where? This conduction band to valence band. So due to this, definitely the electrons coming from higher energy level to lower energy level, definitely they go to emit some radiation.
Energy.
Yes, there are photons of energy. So this is transferred to again conduction band. So by using this energy, they go to trigger few more electrons in the conduction band. And you understand this?
Yes, sir.
So
Okay, sir.
now due to this, again the electrons coming from where? Conduction band to valence band, and this energy is also released. So this time the energy is transferred to where? Maybe the holes of the valence band. See here, the down arrow is there. So the energy is transferred to where? Holes. But this energy is transferred to electrons. Are you understand this concept or not? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Yes, see, first time electrons coming from conduction band to valence band, that energy is transferred to the electrons in the conduction band. Second time, the electrons, due to this, the electrons coming from conduction band to valence band, that energy is transferred to holes in the valence band. Are you understand this? Yes?
Yes, sir.
So this is a recombination process. That is electron hole recombination process. So this electrons energy transfer to holes. Maybe the highly energetic holes, you come to this diagram, generation diagram. For example, the energy transfer to holes, maybe now the holes is a highly energetic particle. So due to this, gains the energy from this highly energetic holes, that electron directly goes to where? Conduction band. Understand? See, the electrons in the valence band gains the energy from where? The highly energetic holes intercept or not? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, one more process is there. That is, the highly energetic electrons in the conduction band directly take electron from valence band to conduction band. So now the holes are generated. So two types. The electron hole generation is a two type. One is the highly energy directly take the electrons from valence band. A second one is the highly energetic photons, holes in the valence band create that electrons are moving the electrons from valence band to conduction band. So by using these two processes, that electron and holes are generated. And you understand this? Understand or not? So now you see, go to see the theory here. See, first that electron conduction band moves to valence band, the neutralizing electron hole, that excess energy is transferred to an electron of the conduction band. So due to this, again, the electron from conduction band moves to valence band and recombines with the valence hole. This excess energy were transferred to holes in the valence band. So now the holes in the valence band also is highly energetic particle. See here, the highly energetic holes from the valence band transfer its energy to the electron in the same valence band, and generating electron hole pair. Or the highly energetic electrons from the conduction band directly transfer the energy to where? Electrons in the valence band. Due to this, that electrons from valence band goes to conduction band, generating electron hole pair. Are you understand this or not? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, there are two processes here. See, one is electron emission. Electron emission means highly energetic electrons in the conduction band directly they go to transfer the energy to where? The electrons in the valence band. Due to this, the valence electron goes to conduction band. That is one process. In the second process, highly energetic photon, that holes, highly energetic holes transfer the energy to electrons in the same valence band. So due to this, the valence band electron gains the energy from these holes, goes to conduction band. In the both the process, electron hole pair created. See whether are you understand or
Yes, sir, understood.
understood. So this is highly the auguring mechanism. That auguring mechanism is simply you go to take from the band to band, direct band to band generation and recombination process, direct band to band generation recombination. Okay, by using that energetic particles, highly energetic particles. So that is the reason they are mentioned here. See here, the electron hole pair is generated consuming the energy from where? The highly energetic particles. There is no other external source. So simply the one electron or any one holes having the highly energetic, so definitely it will transfer. So that is given by here, that the electron hole pair generation or electron hole emission. So that is given here, that is given here. So this is once again that direct band to band transition, similar to your photon transition. So photon transition is direct band to band, and this auguring mechanism also direct band to band transition. Okay. Yes, are you understand? Say yes or no more. Are you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Then I come to the last fourth one. The fourth one is impact ionization. Okay. Anyone, any student, you please go to explain this diagram. You don't see anything here. Yeah. Okay. You simply what do you go to understand from the diagram? Tell me. So what do you go to understand from this diagram? Conduction band, valence band is there. Electron holes are there. What do you go to understand from this diagram? Yes? Anyone? Hey, why no sound here? Whether I am audible or not? See whether I am audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You say something about by using this diagram. What do you go to understand from this diagram? See, in the conduction band, the electron is there. That electron is energy transferred to again
Another electron.
Okay.
Another electron on conduction
Again,
band.
again that electron energy is transferred here.
Comes back to
Okay. Then again that the holes transferred to electrons here.
Then the energy is another again
Another.
transferred to another electron in the
Okay.
conduction band.
Yes.
And
Okay.
then it recombines and ionizes.
Once again, the
Photons
energy.
from
Yes. So that here the only generation process takes place with the avalanche mechanism. What is the meaning of avalanche mechanism? Avalanche means what is avalanche effect here? I think you any idea whether it is continuous process or not? Continuous. So that impact. See here, the highly energetic electron transfer the energy, donates its energy to that electron hole pair. This newly electron hole pair again they transfer the energy to one more electron hole pair. See here. See, okay. Obtained due to this, the electron hole pair generation takes place. Okay, and this mechanism will continue. So leading to the avalanche multiplication. So that is a short duration that a number of holes and the electrons are created. So this is impact ionization. This is purely depends upon the energetic particle. The major difference between Auger and impact is, so here only the generation process takes place. See here, see the highly energetic carrier moves to conduction band or valence band. That depends upon the carrier type, whether it is electrons or holes. Okay, and one more, this excess energy is used to excite the electron from valence band to conduction band, generating one more electron hole pair, generating one more electron. So due to this, more and more electron hole pair generation takes place. So that is a major difference between augering and this one. In the augering, recombination also takes place. The electron directly comes to where? Conduction band to valence band, electron hole pair. The recombination takes place, then only energy is transferred. But here that is not. So directly the electrons where gains the energy, and that excess energy is used to transfer the electron from valence band to conduction band. So that is a major difference between augering and this impact ionization method. So this is the major difference, causes the effect. So purely this is carrier concentration in Auger mechanism, and impact ionization is purely you increase the current density. So there are two processes here. These two processes already you know. The first one is the highly energetic electrons from conduction band transfer its energy to electron in the valence band. So due to this, the valence electron moves to conduction band. And the second one is the highly energetic holes from the valence band transfer its energy to same that electrons in the valence band. Then the electron goes to conduction band. The method is similar to the augering, but there's no recombination here. Yes? Are you understand?
Yes, sir.
Say yes or no, more say yes or no.
yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So now, I think you take the four mechanisms here. See, out of four, the three is both the recombination and the generation. The last impact one is only for a generation process. So now, out of these four, which is the most easiest method? Tell me. Which one is most easiest method to creating electron hole pair?
Sir, impact one.
See, impact means we need the highly energetic particles. Not all the compounds having the highly energetic particles. Okay, now you tell me. Which is the very easiest one?
First method.
Yes, yes. So by using the normal light energy, okay, you go to generate electron and holes. That is the first photon method. That is optical method. See, the most of the carrier generation recombination process is done by normal optical method. So normal light, visible light is enough. The normal visible light is enough to generate that electron hole pair. So that is the easiest way. And one more important is that is a direct band to band. That is one of the advantage. One more advantage is easiest method, and that is also direct band to band gap. Okay. So conduction to valence, valence to conduction. And that is the simplest and easiest method is photon transition. And the third, auguring is also best, but both auguring and impact, we need the excess energy. That is highly energetic particles. Highly energetic particles. Any doubts here? Yeah? Any clarifications here, please? I think this is the 4 mechanism. Okay, how you go to generate the carrier, or how you go to recombine this method by using these 4 mechanisms. And this is your last slide. Anything else here? Anything else? Please.
No, sir.
Any doubts or any clarifications or anything else? Please. No. So all of you understand the 4 mechanism? No? Yes. So definitely these questions. Yes. See, separately they are asking in 4 more questions. So what is meant by carrier generation recombination? Explain. Photon transition. That is 4 mark. Photon transition also 4 mark. Auguring 4 mark. Sometimes in the 12 mark question, that is very rare. But anyway, sometimes they go to ask what is carrier generation recombination process, and they explain the various mechanisms involving that the carrier generation recombination in 12 mark question. At least you go to write these methods. Definitely they give 4 marks for each. Any 3 methods you go to write. Okay. Anything else or any clarifications or any doubts, please? Yes. See, if there's no doubt, I go to stop the share screen. No? Whether any doubts or clarifications, please? No. Okay. So now,
sir.
okay. Now I go to stop the share screen. Okay, please wait. I will come. Okay. So just wait here. I will take the attendance first. Please wait, all of you. We'll take the attendance. So why there so many students are left is coming? Nikhil. You please instruct the students. Yeah. See, you are taking the attendance in the last minute only. I at least see most of the classes they are taking the attendance in the first 5 minutes. But anyway, I will take the attendance in the last. But most of the students they are left and they are sending the message. I am in the class. I am in the class. So please understand. The next classes onwards, those who are telling yes sir, only marked yes. Others are simply absent. That's all. Because it will create so many problems here. See, when I complete the, see, I'm taking the classes, 72 members are there. So now only 65. How are you going to find out these 7 students? Is it possible? And then, at least, say, you are taking attendance forward. This is for your advantage, yeah. Most of the classes, they take first 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Is it correct or not? But I am taking in the last minutes only. After 10:45 only, most of the classes I go to take only after 10:50. At least you go to retain up to that attendance. But anyway, today onwards, say today also same. Please inform the students. Those who are telling yes now, okay, I will give you marks at present. All other students I marked absent only. That's all. Yes, if you go to tell your faculty advisor, I will inform to your faculty advisor. No problem. That is not the issue. Simply once the class over, simply they are left. Then how you go to identify all these things? It is too difficult. Simply you are putting the chat box. How many times I go to check the chat box? Yes. Okay. So what about come to the first one? Yes. 51.
Present.
52.
Present, sir.
53,
Present, sir.
54.
Present, sir.
Hey, others mute the mic. 55,
Present, sir.
56. I think 56 is removed from your class.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I think Ashavardhan is left, I think. Okay, 57,
Present, sir.
58,
Present, sir.
59,
Present, sir.
60,
Present, sir.
61,
Present, sir.
62,
Present, sir.
63,
Present, sir.
64, 64, Resertion. Absent. 65, 66,
Present, sir.
68,
Present, sir.
69,
Present, sir.
70,
Present, sir.
71,
Present, sir.
72,
Present, sir.
73, 73. Okay, 74,
Present, sir.
75.
Present, sir.
See, 75. At least minimum 10 times you are going and coming here. 75, 76. What about 76? 76, 76.
Present, sir.
I'm telling 76 you only. How many times you are disconnected? You are coming and going.
Sir, Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Okay. 77. 77. It's not no response. 78.
Present, sir.
79.
Present, sir.
80.
Present, sir.
81.
Present, sir.
81. 82. Okay. 82. 82. No, 83.
Present, sir.
84.
Present, sir.
85.
Present, sir.
87.
Present, sir.
88. 89.
Present, sir.
90.
Present, sir.
91.
Present, sir.
92. 92. Absent. 93.
Present, sir.
94.
Present, sir.
95.
Present, sir.
96.
Present, sir.
97.
Present, sir.
98. 98. 98, no response. 99. 99, Mukundan. No response. 100.
Present, sir.
Okay, 101.
Present, sir.
102.